I am feeling so stressed, because I don't like having to deal with this part of the project.
Yes, I know. We are all stressed at the moment, but I guess the best thing is to just keep our heads down, and get the job done.
Want to know exactly why using less compassion at work could lead to overwhelm and burnout? By the end of this video, you will understand why you must choose wisely when showing sympathy, empathy, and compassion at the office. For the best professional and personal development solutions, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I post a new video. For over 30 years I have helped many people in their journey to success. And now, it's your turn. There are many traits you can develop to improve your life and help you achieve your goals as successfully as those you admire. Today we dissect 3 crucial attitudes you must master if you want your success to jump to the next level and avoid becoming disillusioned and burnt out in the process. The 3 attitudes are sympathy, empathy, and compassion. Sympathy. Sympathy is about understanding what the other person is experiencing, that is, I am sorry you are in distress. However, it may be received by others as pity and feels disconnected. For example, I am in your dark room with you for a short visit, then I leave and all is fine with me. Empathy. Empathy is about feeling what the other person is experiencing, that is, I am feeling your distress or happiness. This happens due to our mirror neurons being activated, a type of brain cell that responds equally when you witness another person performing an action. It seems to help you make sense of other people's intentions. Empathy may still be received as pity, but feels more connected than sympathy. For example, I am in your dark room with you for a short visit, then I leave, and all is not fine with me. Compassion. Compassion is about feeling and understanding what the other person is experiencing, wishing to see a relief of the suffering, and desiring to reduce or eliminate the suffering. This is not received as pity, yet still feels connected. For example, I am standing outside your dark room to gain perspective on how I can help you get out. Although each one, sympathy, empathy, and compassion has its place and time that makes it the best choice, let's look at how these attitudes may be perceived by others in the workplace, and why the healthiest road leads to compassion when dealing with colleagues. Sympathy. You show that you are sorry someone is in distress, yet you don't seem to get the reaction you expect, and can't understand why. It is not that others are being insensitive. It has to do with how your goodwill is being perceived. By displaying concern for another person, but giving no indication that the other person's situation has impacted you, even in the slightest way, you may be perceived by colleagues as cold and self-absorbed. This can negatively impact others trusting you, as they may feel that you cannot identify with their misfortune. Also, the situation can be further aggravated as it fuels gossiping, if you feel the need to share the information you have learned about someone with others. Progressing at work is not only about performing well at your job, it is also about the relationships that you build. If you are not trusted by your peers, you will eventually not be trusted by management, which can lead to a stagnated career path. Comment below, and tell me when was the last time you used compassion instead of empathy, and were the results better? Give me a definitely in the comments below. Empathy. At the other end of the scale is empathy. You feel everything. This in itself is not an issue, but when everything you feel has a major destructive impact on your world, then it can be problematic. Frequently feeling empathy without an outlet for your emotions can lead to overwhelm. This will have damaging effects on your health in the long term. It is known as empathic burnout, or empathy fatigue. This issue is prevalent in the healthcare and social service industries. The more empathetic your nature, the more important it is to establish and communicate adequate boundaries. If you are prone to this characteristic, it is vital to have a way to decompress, otherwise you can suffer from chronic fatigue and become disillusioned with the work environment, because it depletes rather than fuels you. Women are especially susceptible to empathy fatigue, as women tend to be more nurturing in character and work in industries where this trait is necessary. Compassion. When you practice compassion, You don't see the person who is suffering in a disadvantaged position, but as someone who has the power to change their circumstance. Compassion rarely leads to burnout because it is uplifting. Your goal is to help the other person find clarity of what is needed, and if possible, provide support for them to achieve their desired outcome. As a result, you are perceived in high regard because you provide solutions, or at least, valued insight to problems, without creating drama. By practicing compassion, you can maintain, and even improve your well-being. You are able to empower another person to help themselves, and at the same time, avoid the situation negatively impacting your world, but without being viewed as uncaring. It is a win-win situation for all involved. To practice compassion in the workplace, help others identify the blockers to their professional progress, and identify where you, or someone you know, can remove these blockers. As a colleague or manager, you may be in a position to directly assist with the other person's desired outcome. Is your co-worker's blocker a lack of knowledge and therefore training would help? Or not having sufficient experience, then a mentor may be the answer. Or even difficulty with another person that you may have a good rapport with. Can you put in a good word for them? Are you in a position to help remove these blockers? Over time, you will build your credibility to the point where you will become highly sought after for your ability to deal with challenging situations. Compassion is one of the traits of a successful leader. As humans, we crave more from life than just existing in the world. There are many ways you can grow as a person, accomplish your current goals, and help others along the way. Sympathy, empathy, and compassion are 3 attitudes you can master on your journey to creating a fulfilling life. Okay, let's see how Susie does when the correct attitude is implemented.
I am feeling so stressed, because I don't like having to deal with this part of the project.
Yes, it is quite stressful at the moment. Which part of the report don't you like dealing with? I know that Carl just completed training with this part. Perhaps I can arrange a meeting, so he can give us some tips, and then we can decide if we need more support.
Thanks, Susie, that would be amazing.
Now you know exactly why using less compassion at work could lead to overwhelm and burnout. But what about understanding how to use courage, confidence, and charisma the correct way? I have created a free professional assessment just for you, so you can measure your potential for success. You can access the free assessment at the link in the description section. I have also included other resources to help you get greater insight and tips on this topic. I am always adding new videos to give you the techniques and secrets used by the best in the field. Check them out here so you don't miss out.
And remember, if you like this video, hit that like button, be sure to subscribe, and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching.